The biggest fear, biggest regret of ever buying e-transit vans for your business happened this morning.
Yep, it happened. My biggest fear ever happened. Waking up during a busy schedule and having both vans with no power. And that's exactly what happened. And it was purely my fault. Had nothing to do with the equipment, nothing to do with Ford, nothing to do with the chargers, nothing to do with our installation. It was completely human error.
Instead of being totally stranded, we are using our DC fast charger from this 100 amp. It's coming across this cable and feeding into the van. So this will charge about a mile a minute, which is pretty good. We had less than 30% charge this morning, and now we're at 42% charge. So a couple things we can do: give enough juice for the guys to get to the job site and then plug in at the customer to continue, or we wait here, let this charge up, or we go to an Electrify America and get a supercharge, the 100 kilowatt supercharge. This is only a 20 kilowatt. But either way, we need juice, and this is our solution. That's what happens when you're in a laboratory environment. So really what happened, again, like I had this 50 amp breaker, because I have two 50 amp breakers, one for each location, 1450p. And you've seen in previous video, what I did was I have number 3 wire in here in 1-inch conduit. So I bugged in the lightning charger, and we did a demo yesterday, a test. We just plugged it in and we walked away. So coming this morning, because this takes 80 amps, it had tripped that breaker and didn't find out until this morning. The nice thing is I'm generating 800 watts on this cloudy day. And I'm still getting 800 watts from Manny and Mo. Manny's, I guess they're both awake. They're both trying to find the highest strength photons. And I'm generating 870 watts on that cloudy day. But I'm also pulling from my batteries. So you can see the negative 1.6 amps coming from the battery. I'm at 80% capacity. Let's see this guy. This guy's just 0. Let's see what happens. Yep. So it depends on the solar output. So even on this cloudy day, Mo is giving me 671 watts. And Manny is giving me the difference. So even on a cloudy day, I'm getting, 20,000 watts. At least I'm getting, 5% of it back. It's better than nothing, right? Towards this charging. We're gonna do a nice demo on this. This guy's a nice. So let's say since we've done this video, now we're at 43% charge, 7 kilowatts. You can see this thing tick up. It's been on for 27 minutes, and it's added 7 kilowatts in 27 minutes. Not at all. It's warm here. This is the warm side.
I tell you, that is a really nice machine. That really did save us this morning. It's the first time it ever happened. First thing in the morning to have both of them without any power. And again, if I was going to say about the Tesla, I know if the Tesla gets disrupted, even my Chevy Bolt, I think the GM, if the power gets disrupted, I get an email. saying charging has been disrupted. So I'm taking the FLIR camera out right now to take a look and see what the heat is, because this thing's starting to put out some heat. It's starting to smell like a hair dryer. I could smell the heat coming out of that. So I just wanted to test it and see. I'm looking about how much charge I have. When those blue dots are completely filled in, it's full of charge. So let's take a look at this with this FLIR camera. This is pretty amazing, this camera.
So if I look at my FLIR, it says the highest temperature is coming from here. It's 102 degrees. $105, $106, $107. All right. So I'm at 97% state of charge now. It's been 52 minutes and it's done 14.65 kilowatts. We'll do a calculation and see what's going on with that. So I think that's good. I'm gonna stop it. And again, this was a human error by me. When we did this Lightning Pro charger test, I plugged this into this van, and then when this tech came back, he used this guy, which is plugged into here, and it tripped it off. So that's our worst case scenario, where both vans go down because of a human error. So this isn't Ford's fault, this isn't a charging fault, this is my fault. And I pay for it, because now I have to pay for guys to go sit at a supercharger, fast charger, because of this error. But with this device, at least I can get a quick charge back to get on the road and keep business going. So, lesson learned. And you need to be prepared, and we are prepared. All right, I'll see you later. Time to go to work. So let's take a look. See what's going on. So, Manny and Mo are working. I'm getting 1600 watts and my batteries are 100%. So if you remember earlier this morning, what happened was I had plugged in this guy for the first time, and he's also tapped off of this guy. So these two are on the same circuit. They're not supposed to be used together. So we plugged into this guy, and then yesterday when the tech got here late, he plugged in also to that one outside, overloaded it and tripped, left both vans off. So lesson to be learned, 100% my fault, but we were able to recover with the DC fast charging. And then they went to an Electrify America charger and got enough charge. So this is why you got to do this, guys. Look at this energy that's coming. It's still working. Charged up my batteries completely. And it is a nice system. Manny and Mo, how are you guys doing? You guys good boys today? Huh? How much energy did you put out today? Did you get me 15 kilowatts today? I bet you did. Good boys. Really appreciate it. I'm going to tell Santa Claus. Santa's going to bring you something nice. Let's take a look and see how these are holding up. This is just grease. Grease. Looking good, man. Looking real good. This is the guy I'm more concerned about here. Look at the size of this array. I'm 6 foot tall, just about, and look at my hands all the way up. I can touch to there. This thing is a monster. A monster. But it's nice. This is always in cover. It's always in shade. See how we're doing here. Again, this is just grease. This is grease. Looking good, looking good. Looking good. Wow, it's hot. Boy, these are really warm. Well, you would think they would be, right? I can really feel the heat coming from the bottom of these. I mean, it makes sense. Anything in the sun would be that way, right? These are less hot. Now, they're both bifacial, but you can see this one you can see through. It's more opaque compared to this one, but I really like it. All right, guys. We'll see you later.